So uh, in this column you can take yz as common, then zx as common, and in third column you can take xy as column. So the previous column common terms write as it is 1 upon x square y square z square, and now we are taking common x zy or yz zx and xy, yz zx and xy. So now the remaining elements in this uh, determined are, we are taken yz common, so here there is only a minus 1 1 and 1, minus 1 1 1. Then by taking xz common, the remaining elements are 1 minus 1 1, 1 minus 1 1. If we take xy common, so the third column will be 1 1 minus 1, 1 1 minus 1. So instead of calculating or evaluating this determinant you can evaluate easily. So hence, if determinant contains, while we apply the Jacobian formula, and when we put the all the derivative terms, when we get the all the elements inside the determinant notation, if the bigger terms contain this determinant have the bigger terms, or if you can't solve that determinant easily, then use these determinant properties. So in Jacobian, one point or one step you can say as a step. So that step is very important, that you have to take some common terms so that you will get the easy numbers inside the determinant, and we can evaluate that determinant, that reduced determinant easily. So we get the prove that answer in minimum time. So here we take 1 by x square common, 1 by y square common, 1 by z square common from the rows, and yz, zx and xy common from the columns. So we get this determinant. So solve this determinant with these common terms. So from this y square, z square and x square, this all the three terms from numerator are cancelled for the from the denominator. So x square upon x square, y square upon y square, z square upon z square. So the remaining determinant we are evaluating minus 1 as it is in bracket 1 minus 1. Then minus 1 in bracket minus 1 minus 1. So plus 1 in bracket, delete row and column for the third element. So the remaining elements are 1 minus 1 1 1. Take the cross multiplication, 1 minus minus plus 1. So simplifying we get the answer, prove that answer 4. So in this example, this is your previous lecture example, and we have to show this Jacobian equal to answer 4. So in this Jacobian or in this determinant evaluating, we are used the determinant property, that is we have taken the common terms outside and then evaluated the determinant. So the next example you can take as a assignment. So if u equal to x square minus y square, v equal to xy square, find Jacobian of uv with respect to, then find Jacobian of uv with respect to r theta. And here again some equations are given extra, that is x is in terms of r theta, x is r cos theta and y is r sin theta. So these two equations we have given. So from these two equations we can prepare that chain as uv are given in the form of xy variables, that is uv are the functions of xy, and xy are given in the form of r theta, that is xy are the functions of r theta. So if we get this type of chain, we can find the Jacobian of uv with respect to r theta. So this property number I think 3 we have seen in previous lecture, that if we have that this type of chain, then we can find Jacobian of uv with respect to r theta by the formula. First find Jacobian of uv with respect to xy, uv with respect to xy, into multiply by the Jacobian xy with respect to r theta, xy with respect to r theta. So by this formula you can find Jacobian of uv with respect to r theta by this chain rule. You can say this chain rule in Jacobian point. So to find the Jacobian of uv with respect to r theta, first find uv Jacobian with respect to xy and xy Jacobian with respect to r theta. So while we take the these are your formulae, and when we take the u derivatives with respect to x, y is u derivative with respect to x, y is constant, uv derivatives with respect to x, y is constant, uv derivatives with respect to y, x is constant. And when we take xy derivatives with respect to r, we have to keep theta as constant, and xy derivatives with respect to theta, r is constant. So you can take as a assignment. Next is, if u equal to xyz and v equal to x square plus y square plus z square and w equal to x plus y plus z, then find Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw. So here from the given equations we have uvw are given in the form of xyz equations. So from the given equation we have this chain. So if we have this chain, then we can find only the Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, but we have asked the reverse Jacobian, that is Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw. So you can find this Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw as this is the reciprocal of 1 upon Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz. So this is the calculative step, that is if this term b we want in denominator, so we can write it as 1 upon b. So after simplification we get 1 by b in numerator is b. So this type of rule is applied for the Jacobian, that is we want one Jacobian and we can write in the form of another Jacobian, that is in the form of reverse Jacobian. So 1 upon b, this is your reverse b. So here we applied that type of simplification or that type of rule to the Jacobian, that is from given equations we can find uvw Jacobian with respect to xyz, and when we take the reciprocal of 1 upon that Jacobian we get Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw, and that reverse Jacobian we have asked. So this is another property of Jacobian. So find uvw with respect to xyz. So the formula is, first row is u derivative with respect to xyz, second row is v derivative with respect to xyz, third row is w derivative with respect to xyz. So first is with respect to x keep yz constant, with respect to y xz constant, with respect to z xy constant. So u with respect to x derivative is yz, u with respect to y derivative is xz, u with respect to z derivative is xy. Because with respect to x yz is constant, write as it is, x derivative with respect to x is 1. With respect to y xz is constant, write as it is, y derivative with respect to y is 1. With respect to z xy are constant, write as it is, because these are the multiplicative constant. So xy constant, write as it is, and z derivative with respect to z is 1. So this is your u derivative terms, first row. Then v derivative with respect to xyz. With respect to x square derivative is 2x, y square constant, z square constant, derivative 0. So 2x. With respect to x 2x. With respect to y x square z square derivative 0 because they are constant, and y square derivative with respect to y is 2y. With respect to z square derivative is 2z, x square y square derivative is 0. W derivative with respect to x. With respect to x, yz constant, derivative 0, x derivative is 1. With w derivative with respect to y, x derivative is 0, z derivative is 0, y derivative is 1. And with respect to z, x, y are constant, so derivatives are 0, so z derivative with respect to z is 1. So this is your UVW Jacobian with respect to xy. So this is your determinant. So don't solve this determinant directly. So if the bigger terms, or if you think that in exam that this evaluation of this determinant is very difficult or difficult one, then you can apply the determinant properties. So here in previous example, the determinant property, which determinant property we have applied here, the common taking common term, this property we have used in this example. But again there are other properties, that column transformations you can apply as a determinant property. So here, so how to remember which column transformation or row transformation we have to apply to simplify the determinant. So these are the typical determinant properties. That is, first determinant evaluation property is taking common terms, first property, and second determinant property is column transformation. And column transformations, in many examples, most of the 90% examples, column transformation is fixed. That is, we have to take the subtraction, C1 minus C2, C2 minus C3, or C1 minus C3. So in this example, we applied the column transformations as C1 minus C2. So C1 minus C2 gives Z, take Z common, so in bracket Y minus X. C1 minus C2, take 2 common, X minus Y, and 1 minus 1, 0. Then C2 minus C3 gives, take X common, in bracket Z minus Y, take 2 common, in bracket Y minus Z, and 1 minus 1, 0. So the last column write as it is. So this type of determinant property, that is column transformation property, is usually used many times in many examples. So remember directly, that is column transformation property in determinant evaluation is subtraction of columns, that is C1 minus C3 or C2 minus C3 or C1 minus C2. So here we applied the two transformations, C1 minus C2 and C2 minus C3. Now in this we are applying the second determinant property, that is taking common determinant property. So in this, y minus x this, then here x minus y. So if we take the minus common from this term, so we have minus z into x minus y, because we want we are seeing here x minus y common, because from the first column. So for taking common term x minus y outside, we are taking minus sign outside from this bracket. So we have minus z into x minus y. So take x minus y common. So we have minus z. Then x minus y we are taking common. Remaining term is from first column we have taken x minus y common. So this process of taking common terms from the determinant, you can apply many steps of taking common terms, or many terms which we have which we are taking common. These steps you can write in the one step only. So here you can see we are taking x minus y common from the first column. So the remaining term is minus z. Here 2, and here there is a 0, so nothing is changed, so there is a 0 again. Then the middle step I have not written here. So take x minus y common. So here minus z 2, 0. Take z minus y or y minus z common from this second column. So for having y minus z to this first term, take minus sign common. So here remaining term is minus x. So in bracket there is a y minus z. So take y minus z common from the second column. So the remaining term is here minus x, 2 and 0. Then in third row there is no any term common. So this is your second step. Now take 2 common from the second row. So this is 2. The first common term write as it is, x minus y, y minus z, and the remaining terms are minus z minus x, 6y, 1 1 z, 1 1 z and 0 0 1. So these two types of taking common term, first we take x minus y common, for that we take minus sign common from this. Then for seeing the common term from the all the terms, we take minus sign common, so we can see y minus z, and from 0 of course it is y minus z common. So for in case of 0 there is no change, so you can take y minus z common. And third column we have kept as it is. Then we take 2 common from the row. So these taking common terms many times, or here we have taken common terms, this first common term and this is 2, that is second common term. You can write this step in one step as it is. There is no need to write this step. You can write this step directly. Taking common terms many times, you can write this step in one step as it is. So here, instead of evaluating this determinant, it is difficult. So use the column transformations. Why we use here a column transformation or column subtraction? Because after taking or after applying the C1 minus C2 and C2 minus C3, we can see the common terms in first column and second column. Hence we have used, or we are used, C1 minus C2 and C2 minus C3. So when we have to apply such type of column transformations, after applying such transformation, if you see the common terms in columns, then you can apply this type of column transformations. So to evaluate this determinant, it is easy to evaluate this determinant by using this property. First property we have used column transformation, and second is common terms. Taking common terms, this is your second property. So simplify this determinant property, say outside terms as it is, then minus z as it is, 1 minus 0, then minus minus plus 1 minus 0, that is 1, minus minus, the rule minus n and this minus n plus. So minus minus plus x, 1 minus 0, that is 1, and xy into 0 minus 0, that is the third term will be 0. So simplifying we get x minus z, 2 into x minus y, y minus z. So this is your Jacobian of UVW with respect to xyz. So here from the given equation we get Jacobian of UVW with respect to xyz, but we have asked the reverse Jacobian. Hence the required Jacobian of xyz with respect to UVW is reciprocal of this, that is reciprocal of this term is 1 upon as it is, write the term. So this is your second example. Third example, this is your assignment example. So FGH are given in the form of UVW. So we have to find the Jacobian of FGH with respect to UVW. So from the given equations we have FGH are the functions of, and we have to take UVW. Here you can see xyz variables also, but we have asked FGH derivative or FGH Jacobian with respect to UVW. FGH Jacobian with respect to UVW. Hence, with respect to U, VW and the other terms xyz are also constant. With respect to V, UW and xyz are also constant. So here in this example, xyz are given in the form of constant. So we have to keep xyz as constant. So first term is f derivative with respect to u. With respect to x is constant, so write x as it is. U derivative with respect to u is 1. With respect to f derivative with respect to the first row will be write formulae regularly, or that is your compulsory step in exam. I have not written the formula here, so you have to write the formula first. So formula is f derivative with respect to UVW. So f derivative with respect to u is x, with respect to v 1 because other terms are constant, derivative 0. With respect to w, here w is not present, hence with respect to w, u, v and xyz are constant, so all the terms are constant, so derivative of f derivative with respect to w is 0, so it is 0. So similarly you can find g derivative with respect to uvw, h derivative with respect to uvw, and simplify, we get this Jacobi.